Hola, Tone. It's the
Hello.
Better Odds.
Yes, it is.
How are you, friend?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm experimenting with the headphones. I think the audio quality is a little bit better.
It is better. The other way was
Yeah,
cracking
good.
for whatever reason. I mean,
Yeah, who knows?
it's all
I
right.
don't care to find out. Anyway, it's the Better Odds pod. I'm Joey D. That's TonyCSports.com, as he will be known
Forever
for
now.
eternity.
Yeah.
It's Tuesday, and we took a day off or so. Not much happening in the NFL, but there were some fun games depending upon which side you were on. And I tell you what, the funnest part of my weekend may have been was the live watching SMU and Baylor. That was some game.
The guys picked the right game. I'll give them that. And that was probably one of the better games on the day, I think. You know,
Oh
came
yeah,
right down the
it
wire
was.
with OT. Yeah.
It was in the fourth quarter. I posted on X. I said, "Don't throw away your Baylor tickets." And son of a gun. It was interesting. It was but that was fun going back and forth for G's. It was like we were doing that for almost 4 hours, but that was fun.
Yeah.
I had a good time doing it.
I did.
And we had some good interaction. Our man Boyd was in the house.
He's
Charlie
a nice
popped
guy,
in.
man. Super nice. Charlie as well. Yeah.
Oh
Good
yeah,
people.
they're two good dudes, man.
100%.
Not the greatest of days Saturday, let's be honest.
No.
But hey, listen, we're gonna have the hiccups. I mean, there's no two ways
Oh,
about
yeah.
it.
I mean, go ahead.
No. I was just gonna continue with that. I'd filibuster.
I don't make excuses. That's for the fuck boys to make. We lost the total by half a point, and that mystery. You and I were watching a Virginia game, and we have Virginia +3. They're driving. I think they're on a 20 or 15-yard line of NC State, and I'm like, they're going to win the game, and I'm praying for a meaningless field goal. And instead, I forget the quarterback's name, but he threw a ball that should, if it's going to be thrown, it's got to be thrown to the flag and to the outside. Either your player catches it or it goes out of bounds, not to the inside. Yeah. He threw it right to the defender.
Yeah, that was a horrible decision.
That was brutal.
There was a few of those that day. I mean, later that day was like, I felt personally like I like UNLV money line, so they handled UCLA. Army was getting 17.5. They beat K-State. That K-State team, like I haven't made up my mind on that Avery Johnson. Like he made some throws that were really good throws. Under relative pressure, Army, but he's zipping these balls in, and I don't know if he has anyone around him that can make him better.
I don't know. I mean, I didn't see the game, and I don't know him very well, but I was looking at. Well, we'll talk about college for a minute. And I didn't. Truth be told, we were kind of focused on 3 hours of that game, of the Baylor game. After that, I lost interest because the day went to shit, and that's pretty much done. I was going to chase, and I didn't look at the games because that'll be number one reason to chase. Just watch the board and watch the odds screen. You'll find something else to fire on.
Yeah.
I don't chase losses like that. But this weekend, I haven't done anything. I gave out one game. I was looking at the Wake Forest +7.5.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't played anybody. But I could tell you this. NC State plays no defense. 0. So what's going to happen? It's so early. It's week 3. 7.5 would be a take at home for me. Power ratings, I don't trust him yet. The game is rated at 5.5, 6 on the max. So 7.5 would be a take for me. I just can't do it at this point. We'll see. I'm not betting anything early this week, other than the one I gave out.
Yeah.
So, we'll see where that goes. I'm not in any rush to bet anything. Baseball, I look at it, but I don't know. I look at the
I would think
Marlins.
it.
Go ahead.
I mean, at this point in the season, I think for baseball, as good a season as you had, 57+% averaging like $1.13 across both, sides and totals. Baseball doesn't owe you anything this year. So,
and they'll take it back, by the way, too.
Yeah, well, that's kind of my point. That's my point.
Yeah, 100%. Let's talk about, and I only saw the first half, the Bears game last night. I know a lot of got big money that was on the Bears side. I watched the first half. I thought Williams is okay. I'm not sold on him by any stretch.
No, he didn't do anything last night to sell you on him. There's no reason to be bullish on Caleb Williams.
He threw a couple of decent balls and a few bad passes. The other kid, I said, this kid looks completely lost. I thought he was lost in the first half.
Oh, yeah.
Missing receivers, not understanding certain patterns, in my opinion. And I said, you know what, 17-6, it's not enough in that league. And then I occupied my time doing something else. So,
hey, Toad, just repeat that. Repeat that because you cut out for a second. I'll edit it out. It's not a big deal.
I watched the first half. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I'm saying the first half. If you watch the first half, and if you thought Caleb Williams looked good, even relatively, it was really only because J.J. McCarthy looked that good.
Yeah. McCarthy would have made anybody look good in the first half.
Yeah.
Williams, his second year. All right, it's game one. I'll give him a pass. But you got to be – and by the way, the offensive line is not any good. Let's call it what it is. He's running for his life half the time. They got to get that addressed immediately.
They had one number 58 got a holding penalty. That it was the worst penalty call I've ever seen. Defender kind of trips. He kind of almost pancakes him, and they throw a flag, and they brought a good gaining play back, and you were like, the guy fell. He laid on top of him. This is not a holding penalty.
Here's another problem: 5 false starts in the first half, 3 by the same guy. These are professional athletes, by the way.
Yeah, it's tough.
You can't have that. That's the Bears from last year. Apparently, they didn't correct anything. You want to say game one? That's stuff that should – I don't care what game it is. You can't have 5 false starts in the first half.
Yeah, I can't imagine. I don't know how you explain that away.
Just lack of attention, lack of remembering cadence and snap counts. And there's really no excuse for you. Look at the ball.
Well, yeah, that's such an elementary thing. 1 or 2 excusable, maybe on the road, but
no 5.
That's astronomical, really.
I'll tell you one bright spot that I did see. First half, again, the linebackers played well. The Bears linebackers, I thought. I think that's something they could build on, but they got a lot of work to do. And the coach, what the hell's his name? He was the Lions offensive coordinator. So this guy knows how to run an offense, but he can't put in all that gadget shit and all of that until they get the basics down. They don't have the basics down. You can't.
Yes.
You want to confuse them more? They can't stay outside. Or rather, a snap count without a false start. So they got to build on the basics. They're ways away. That's a work in progress. That team.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see the Vikings upcoming too. Additional to the Bears, but the Vikings. DeAndre Swift looked good. I was shocked to see that. He ran the ball pretty darn well. Made a couple of passes, caught a couple of passes. I thought he looked pretty good because he was a guy. I hadn't really seen much of him since he was in Philadelphia for that short stint.
I like him. He's a good player.
Yeah.
It's the NFL.
Well, if you didn't stay up for the second half of the Bears game, then I know probably full well you did not stay up for the second half or even the last 5 minutes of the Bills and Ravens.
I don't like to see anybody lose. Well, that's a lie. That's fucking. There's a couple people that I wish no good on, and I shouldn't do that, but they're just fucking creepy people. Most people I hate to see anybody lose, but there was one guy, and I guess he got what he deserved. I don't know. He's chirping away at Benson. How many times do I have to beat you before I put you out of? You've had like supposedly 200,000 on the game. Is it real? Who knows? I mean, half of these slips are Photoshop. The tickets are bullshit. You know that we all know that by now. I hope. So he had a 200,000. He's chirping away. How many times I'm going to put you guys out of business? You know, he was peacocking before the game was over, and he didn't have much to say the next day.
Well, he did. The offender in that regard was got caught twice, both Sunday night and Monday night, yes. Apparently on the same sort of thing. So, you know, hey, I got to tell you, I don't count nothing until the chickens hatch.
You can't. I wouldn't have even have said with a lead, I'm in good shape, because I didn't see anything from that Bears team that, you know, they played well. They played well enough in the first half, and McCarthy was terrible.
Yeah.
But in the NFL, against a team like the Vikings, that 17-6 probably not going to do it if you can't score anymore.
Yeah.
It is what it is. What are you going to do? But a lot of people on the Bears.
On the same note, what in the F is wrong? Tua Tagovailoa. Dude, I saw a tweet. I reposted it the other day. It was very funny. It says, Tua, turn the ball over.
You know what? I was listening to a podcast the other day, and basically what they said is that they have no respect for this coach. They're a very soft team, and they have talent on that team. Don't get it twisted.
Looks like it.
This team has either given up on this coach or they just don't want to play for him, one or the other, or both. I didn't see the game, but you can't play like that against.
I mean, they had 2 turnovers in the first 3 minutes, and the Colts. I mean, Daniel Jones and the Colts capitalized. Hey, good for Daniel Jones. The guy's one heck of an athlete. I don't know how good a quarterback he was, but then again, he was on the stinking Giants. So, you know, who knows? I would love to say for him. Good for Daniel Jones.
Seems like a decent guy. Yeah, I mean, the Giants. Speaking of the same old Giants, I mean, you know, did they put a package in from? I didn't see the game, but who played the majority of the game? Did you watch it at all? I didn't see it.
I watched some of the game. I'd be lying to you if I told you I watched all of it. I was kind of curious to see Cam Scatterbo. I did watch a couple touches. He catches a ball in the flat and absolutely mauls 3 Redskins. I mean, they had him like he's going to pop him on the sideline for the first contact. Boom, runs him over. Boom, runs over the next guy. Boom, runs over the next guy. You're like, I'm not a Giants fan. I am from Philadelphia. So, you know, that and the Cowboys are 2 teams I could never, ever root for. Mm-hmm. But him, I could watch the game. I was kind of slipping behind games. I didn't have a lot of, not a lot of action on Sunday. It was the Raiders money line. I will admit that I shamefully liked the Dolphins. It just didn't make sense to me. And it was small enough that it didn't really have to worry about it early in the season. But no, I was kind of flipping around, and the Jackson Dart, that's what it is, right? Jackson Dart. That's the hum, I would imagine, in New York City.
Well, you know, I talked to you. I went out with the boys Saturday night. It was ugly.
When will you learn? A man of your age.
They're my age too. They're a few years younger.
That's almost a century. A century.
Bro, it never ends well.
Yeah,
never. I don't remember a lot of Saturday, and Sunday. The funniest one of Sunday was Troy sending me fucking password. I can't even see straight at this point. With about 17 numbers, letters, and
it was like a hieroglyphic password.
It took me
for
11 times. Just I couldn't even see it on my
I you didn't know this, but I texted him on the side. I said, he's not well right now. Well, I'm good you're back and healthy. Went to the gym today, I'm sure.
Yes.
And yeah, it's good. You got to get that out. I had a good golf day yesterday, but now it's like back to work. I didn't really miss anything. You know, I took a look. I sent you a couple of those games that they've thus far moved the way I maybe would have wanted on a few of them. A few of them stayed flat. One of them or two moved maybe the wrong direction. But hey, what are you going to do? It's just some stuff to look at. What do you kind of think about week 3 in college and/or the NFL?
I was looking at. Give me a second. Let me switch screens here. That's not it. So college, I mentioned I was looking at Wake Forest. The number I like, the team is an unknown. They haven't played anybody.
Yeah.
Power ratings are certainly less than 7.5. I can tell you that. I use about 2.5. It's not 3 points anymore, the home field. It's about 2.5-ish, depending on where it's played. This would be a 2.5-point home field. But I don't know what I'm going to get. I haven't, they haven't played anybody of note. I can't do anything with that at the moment. Another game I was looking at is, what the hell is it now? Not Houston, that's for sure. Colorado, nope. What did I do with it? I had it checked off on here. Notre Dame and Texas A&M, if I could find it.
Yeah.
So everybody's at 7, and it's going to stay there. FanDuel's at 6.5. 7.5. I bet Texas A&M right now. I think the number's overdone. I can get to 6. And that's it. I can't get any higher than that. 7's there for a reason, obviously. We'll see. I don't want to get involved too early this week, because what I've seen a lot of these games, you think you see something, and you do, and the number moves in your direction, and then come Saturday it moves back, and you're stuck holding your dick. So
yeah,
it's not. I don't think it's necessary to bet this early. Some stuff moved. I'm trying not to get too deep, because I don't want to, say I wish I didn't do this on Saturday from a Tuesday. Georgia, Tennessee, the number's been fucking gone. I see these pricks put up the phony fucking numbers that was there yesterday, and they put it up an hour ago like they got. Don't ignore these fucking guys. Do me a favor. Do yourself a favor. Open 6.5. That's long gone. It's down to 3.5. It's been long gone for 2 days.
Yeah.
Is it the right side? Apparently, that's real money that moves that. You got to bet at a bunch of places for this market to move like this. The limits aren't high enough unless they're moving all, $500 bets. Neither here nor there. Tennessee home plus 6.5. Yeah, it would have been a bet for me. Not now. Now I wouldn't touch it. Pitt, West Virginia. That's always a good game.
Sure.
Pitt 4.5 to 7. West Virginia. Not a big fan at this point in the season. Haven't seen enough. Here's the game that I was looking at. This North Texas and Washington State. North Texas got a much better team this year, but 6.5 to Washington State. I made it 5. 5.5 I can get to, not 6.5.
Yeah.
So I'm not. If 7, I'd bet it right away. Plus 7. Not going to do anything now. There's some 6s, 5.5s at Circa, 5.5 at North Shore, and 6 everywhere else. FanDuel's got 6.5, plus 6.5, minus 15. That's the game I'm looking at. Missouri.
There's some pretty cool matchups. I mean, the biggest game in CW Network history, possibly at 4:30, South Florida at Miami. I don't know. I think South Florida might be getting disrespected here a little bit.
I don't think they've caught up with this team. This is a good team. What time is the game?
4:30.
4:30.
I mean, I don't know what it opened. It's at 17.5 now. I mean, depending upon where you're looking, but 17.5, 56.5. I don't know. That's a substantial amount of points
big number. I got to look at that game.
Now, maybe it turns out Florida sucks, and I kind of suspect Florida's in disarray, and they're going to go to LSU this weekend, and we'll see what
Next
happens
week,
there.
Right? Oh, you mean Florida? I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah, I mean, it's a total getting bet up now. Arkansas, Mississippi, under open 63. It's down to 59. That's a real bet for sure. I'm not doing anything with it. If you want anything over 59, you can bet the under, and that's where it's headed. It's headed down to 59. If you get 59 and a half, it's worth a little shot. That's 7 o'clock start. Arkansas, Mississippi, Vandy, and South Carolina. There are a lot of good games this weekend.
Yeah, Vandy's all right.
This will be a good Saturday to watch a few of these games. Duke Tulane. Nothing there for me.
Oh, you know what? We haven't talked about the game of the week in actuality. The UMass Minutemen at the Iowa Hawkeyes? Oh, my goodness.
That's a bad football team.
I texted you the other day, and I said, I am on Iowa at 30.
Who did they lose to last week? UMass?
UMass lost to lowly Bryant with a T, Bryant College, the Bulldogs, I believe they
are. Yeah, that's bad.
Not good.
No, not good at all.
Not good.
Their in-state rival, Iowa State. And this is a game that you're laying 21 or 20 and a half, depending on where you shop, to Arkansas State at home. I don't know that Arkansas State could play with this team. This is a good team. I think Arkansas State is quite a bit overmatched in this one.
Yeah.
It's a game I'm looking at. 21 is a push number, 20 and a half maybe. There's a lot of, I think for me, I might wait till Saturday, to be honest with you, for everything else. My experiment, my first half experiment is over. It's finished for the time being.
Like everything. It's like everything. It's like even those relationships once upon a time. It was good while it lasted.
Yeah.
Sometimes it lasts, a whole month. This lasted 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, I tried to keep them shorter than that, but that's just me. So I'm gonna Memphis and Troy. They're betting Troy. I don't know a lot about the Troy team at the moment. 6.5, 3.5. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm hyped. I'm hyped for this weekend, and I'm actually really excited. I'm actually really excited to get, like I was telling you, getting back into the swing of things. For me personally, I mean, you're never out of the swing of things. I kind of go in and out, and now I'm kind of back in. So I'm having a fun time, kind of getting a feel of this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, for me, we'll be fine. I'm not worried about it. It's just I leaned on something too heavily that was good for a couple of weeks, and it just wasn't good Saturday. And with that being said, the whole weekend was just down a couple of units, not a big deal. A couple that I think we deserve better, and some that were just bad bets. Simple as that.
Yeah. And the worst is when they happen together at the same time.
Yeah.
Because
most storm.
Most weekends don't happen. You're going to have bad bets and you're going to have bad breaks. Yeah. And rarely do they happen together. So, it's easy you could just look at them off, but it gets to the point where it's kind of almost hard to not focus on the negative, which is not a good thing. You don't want to be emotional here. And that, doing this as long as you have, being able to, detach your emotion from the process, it's very important. Now, is that why most people, let's be honest, fail at betting? Yeah, probably. Same with trading and anything else. You fall in love, and guess what? It's just going to break your heart.
You have that. A lot of people, I used to have that, let's move forward and say, well, what if I lose this week? Back in the day, I would get the feeling like I'm never going to win again. And that always changes. It's never that bad. and it's never going to be that good. It just is what it is. You got to take day by day, week by week. You know, if you're getting that feeling like you just run bad and you're like, oh shit, I can't do this anymore, you're probably overreacting. You know, it's just a big,
well,
and that's
yesterday I had a great round of golf with some friends in a really, really sweet place. One over through the first 6, one under through the last 6, 8 in the middle 6, and I was literally like, "Don't hit it in the lake! Don't hit it into the lake! Don't hit it into the lake!" And it was the same thing. It's just you lose that confidence. You kind of just start thinking of the negative things. And guess what? I'm telling you, if nowhere else in the world is manifestation real, it's definitely real in golf.
100%. When I used to play, now I could hit it I certainly could hit it over 150-yard lake.
Yeah.
But 9 times out of 10, I was fixated on the water in front of me.
Oh, yeah.
And if I could skip it across the water, it would be a fucking line drive and either sink in the middle, or if I got lucky, skip just to the far bank, and that would be the end of it. I just had a water phobia. I don't know. Just something I couldn't shake.
My wife takes it out when she plays. She'll take a brand new ball nearing the water, and I go, "What are you doing?" She's like, "Oh, I'm getting a water ball." I go, "That's the wrong attitude here."
Yes. Yeah.
That's the wrong attitude.
I went to a water hole with negative expectation before I ever hit a ball.
Yeah.
And that's what you get.
Yeah.
You know.
Anyway, that's the truth.
Yeah. It's played
so we're coming
out.
up. We're coming up on a half an hour, and we talked about a lot of stuff. We'll talk about NFL matchups and stuff later in the week.
Yeah.
You know, no reason to get to that today. We'll be back probably doing a Spaces, doing a little live stuff later in the week. So, you know, subscribe, follow, all that sort of stuff, please. And you know what? Do you have any? You got a freebie for anybody tonight?
You know,
don't stress it.
No.
Well, don't push it. We don't want to push it.
No, I'm not pushing it. You already went too far.
Yeah, we've
baseball. The Marlins. I'm looking at the Marlins. They've been playing miserably. I believe they lost 4 in a row. The price is right. The pitcher, I think Parker's better for the Nats. Let me see what else I could find here.
Hey, you know what? Speaking of the Miami Marlins, did you see the Philadelphia Karens stealing the baseball from the kid?
How would you like to be for a stupid thing like a baseball, what is it? I don't know what they cost. $25? What kind of fucking base? 50?
No, baseball probably costs like, I don't know, $10.
So go buy one and pretend that somebody hit it to you. You're going to take it off a young kid because you're that entitled. You feel now her life is destroyed.
No,
do I think she should have been fired? Of course not. But when you do stupid things, when you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. It's as simple as that. You know, she behaved like a child, which a lot of people on here do. Not surprising. And you get what you get. You know, I think it went too far. I believe she got fired. She lost her job. Is that right?
Maybe I saw that, but I think that might have been speculation. I would hope she didn't get fired. I would just hope that the boss knows that she's a.
She had a lot of She had a lot of blowback, to say the least, come from that. Now the
kid made out great.
Yeah, Marcus Lemonis bought an RV and tickets to the World Series.
I'm a big Marcus Lemonis fan. He's awesome. He had a show on CNBC called The Profit.
Yes.
And he would take failed businesses and they would turn them around. And it was just like that show, Bar Makeover, Bar Rescue. Yeah. Like he would completely rehaul the business, make it profitable, and then the asshole owner would go back to exactly what they did before, and then be in the shit again.
Yeah. Well, even Bar Rescue, a lot of the businesses that are fixed, branded, and menu and theme and the whole thing, they go back to what didn't work before. Yeah. Because they're so stubborn, and they're out of business within a year or two usually. And that happens, you know, if you read about a lot of businesses on Bar Rescue, you see how many of them failed after, you know, they spent all this money and and man hours and, knowledge about the business. And imagine this guy that's been in the bar business for 50 years, 40 years, comes and wants to fix your business that was a failing business. And you go back to the exact same thing that's been losing money for you for 2 years.
Yeah.
And you think it's going to work again because you just have that arrogant attitude.
John Taffer. John Taffer's his name. And my favorite, he would go, "You blew it."
He's opening a full-blown restaurant bar. I forget where it is now. Is it Nashville? I gotta look it up. Pick that up next time. But yeah, the guy obviously knows the business, and people just want to do things their way. That when it hasn't worked for years, but it's gonna work this time.
Hey, well, listen, not for nothing. That's a great segue. I didn't even think of it until now, but that's exactly why Tony's here. TonyCSports.com. Listen, you've been trying to do this your own way. And let's be honest, you probably haven't been all that successful. And frankly, Tony has been successful. So why don't you check out TonyCSports.com for about $3 a day or so. You can get access to Tony's picks via SMS text message. All you have to do is pick up your phone and bam, it's right there. So, that's something worthwhile to look at. And then we'll be back with all our cool stuff here on the Better Odds pod with TonyCSports.com. And guess we'll come up on Thursday, Friday, and maybe we'll watch a game again on Saturday. It was fun.
That was fun. I enjoyed it. It was a good time.
Cool.
All right, my friend. Until Thursday.
Hey, well, we'll see you. Yeah, we'll see you then.
Take care, my friend.